it's not even a rectilinear shape. You just kind of keep the pieces of what you had, or what?
Well, I cut down trees, and so I made, the structure along, and I got, this is basil and bell peppers, sweet potatoes, and, along the edge there, those are basil and bell peppers, and that from the garden that I, do in here, tomato plant over there, and so, keep this alive over the winter. And actually, I'll pull up a sweet potato for you. There's a little one. But I've got bigger ones in here somewhere.
So we're growing potatoes. You're getting your crop.
Yeah, this potato's here too. Yeah.
It's great. How much food can you grow in here?
Enough for me and to share with the neighbors. I share tomatoes and peppers and basil with the neighbors. And there's onions there too.
What's in the back?
A tank with, I used to have minnows in it. I think they died.
You think they died?
It's more
You didn't look?
humidity and thermal mass.
That's so great. So these trees are...
Yeah, I cut them down and drug them over here and, made it work.
And we wanted everything to be kind of domed.
Yeah. Embrace the cave. I'm doing a cave, so embrace it. Don't try to fake it out. Just, the hardest thing was getting a bank to approve a loan on it. But he did have a bank that he'd worked with before that he turned me on to, and so
the bank you've done other things.
Because it's non-conventional construction, and so they're somewhat leery on that, but it's here. It ain't going nowhere.
The dome under your house looks like a huge terrarium.
Yeah, that's what my neighbor, whenever he brings somebody over to see it, he says, check out his terrarium here. I live in the terrarium, I guess.
What does he use for the glass? Is it
Plexiglass. The guys that made the skylight, made those. This peach tree here does real well. And so every once in a while, I'll call the neighbors and invite them over to come pick peaches.
It's not just that you have a dome. You grow all your own food in your greenhouse.
Not all of it, but pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah. So you grow a lot of food in your greenhouse. You create healthy air inside of the plants. You have a house that will withstand probably a lot of bad weather.
Pretty much anything.
Pretty much anything?
Yeah.
Hurricanes, fire.
He already said all that.
Because concrete. Hail, when I first moved to Dallas, they had baseball to softball size hail every other year. And when I started building it, talking with the neighbors, I said, this place, it wasn't meant to be a bomb shelter, but it is. And so if there's ever anything, coming up, feel free to come over and stay safe, because tornado ain't gonna blow this place away.
Do any of your neighbors ever, ask you about your house in the sense that, for example, extreme weather events are becoming more normal, and at the same time, sometimes energy bills are high? What are people thinking?
One of the neighbors up the street, he got a small 20, maybe 24-foot dome just to have a secure thing, because once they saw how this handles the storm, they wanted something secure without having to come down and visit me. And so they put a little dome in, one bedroom.
When it's breaking loose outside, what do you hear this time of year?
You hear a lot of noise on the skylight.
But that's all.
Yeah. The kitchen actually needs to be rebuilt now, but it's the original, the stove. That was the in-sink dishwasher, part of the...
But your idea here was just to you built this, there's a vent into the...
Right, that goes, exhaust fan out the room.
Is it hard to build in the round?
Putting a refrigerator in, you can't put a refrigerator against the round part of the wall. So you have to, doing the round is a little bit harder. The floor, there's a lot of wedges that I had to cut out of each of these, tiles in the floor. And so there's a lot of waste in your product, when you're doing it. But the look, you know, I think is pretty cool. So, and then this whole island thing, this is actually, a friend of mine, we did this island, and it's got a rotating base there, and these legs fold up. So I could actually swing this thing out and close
Say
it up. and
actually
put
again.
that part on top of here, and have that be smaller, and then I can move it anywhere in the house if I wanted to.
And those patterns on wheels.
Yeah, so these legs actually fold up, and then it'll swing over and can rest on that peg there, and then, I think that took about 3 months to build. So, over this way here, you can go.
Okay, that's it.
So this is the bedroom here. And I made it